how's it going? How's it going? It's Paulie from Super Slant, and we're here. We just saw Renfield, and Dante is here.
I'm Dante.
And I'm Chris Gore.
Ah! We all switch bodies. It's like the Marvels. We're like the Marvels. We all switch bodies.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're Nick Fury? We're not a team. We're not a team.
We're not a team. Like my Chi-Chis?
All right. We actually Paulie, take it away. It's your show. Super fun. It's Nick Cage is full Nick Cage.
Yeah.
He is full Nick Cage. It's super fun and way bloodier and more ultra violent than I expected. It's ultra violent. So, but not. It's almost comic book violence.
I love this movie, man. This was Nick Cage at his cagiest, and I had no expectations going in, and I was fully impressed by what I saw, man. I haven't seen a Nicolas Cage movie in the theater since Ghost Rider, and I was not disappointed by this.
Yeah, we just got out. It's technically an early screening, which I did not know, which was great. So we got to see an early screen of Renfield, starring Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult and Awkwafina. You just saw a quick review from Chris Gore himself, and then Dante as well. The reality of this film is a heightened reality. It's over the top, even in the quiet moments, even when people are just kind of just talking to each other. It's like a Dracula film. That's my first takeaway, is that was just so entertaining, and it was so refreshing just to be entertained and laugh and check out the violence and the performances and the gore and the writing was clever, and it was again that's all I could have hoped for, because I did not know what to expect with this film. It's like, okay, Nicolas Cage, I love him. The trailer looked kind of fun, but how is that? Anytime you have a horror and comedy together, it's not like that works all the time. It's a very hard thing to pull off. Very few movies pull that off. Case in point, Cocaine Bear, I did not think worked all the time as a comedy, and it was really gory. It's really disgusting, right? So, it was entertaining, but not like this. This was a perfect balance of comedy, of gore, and the performances. Okay, so yeah, we're here. I'm here. Got the early review of Renfield, starring Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult. Well, Nicolas Cage knocked it out of the park. He embodied Dracula. His timing was. He's so committed to being the Prince of Darkness that his I want to say the way he executed the dialogue was just perfect. He was outstanding. Now, here's the thing. He's not in the movie a lot. It all falls really on the shoulders of Nicholas Hoult, which is a great character. And basically, he's codependent on Dracula. And he is going to codependent groups to try to get out of his funk. And his funk is that he's just basically very miserable. This is not like the Renfield of the past, where Renfield of the past is completely a complete lunatic, because Dracula drove him to madness, and that's how he can, and that's how you can be in complete control of Renfield. He's a total servant. Here, he's a reluctant servant over many decades. So, so they find themselves in New Orleans, and they've gotten into a bad spot where really they don't have a lot of resources or money. So they are staying in an abandoned hospital building while Dracula kind of mends his wounds from the last time that they tried to kill him. So that's the setup. Also, too, Aquafina, who I thought was funny. Some people didn't like her. I thought she was fine. She was more than serviceable. She was likable. I don't know what it is. I think I have a strange, um, I think I have a strange attraction to Aquafina. She's a cop, and they're in New Orleans. She's a real do-gooder cop. You get her backstory. Her dad was a cop. He was killed. Her sister works for the feds, and she's just, she's just very committed to doing the right thing and trying to be that person that takes down the local mafia gangs. Long story short, I mean, it's really not a complicated story, which is good. Ultimately, one of the most ruthless gangs, the Lobos, they connect with Dracula, and they in a way get a pact to start ruling the world domination. So that is the kind of like the Dracula, story plot line here for Nicolas Cage. In the meantime, Nicholas Holt's character, Renfield, he's trying to break away from Dracula. And it's really funny because once he commits to the program of being a codependent, he gets his own little apartment. He changes the color palette of his clothes, of his home. Everything's bright. Really funny, guys. Really funny. Really entertaining. So he's trying to be a good person, to break away from this, and just he really likes Aquafina because he sees that Aquafina is really a person of principle, standing up to evil, and that's really that's their connection. So there's a showdown towards the end of the movie, basically good guys versus bad guys, and throughout the film, it's really done well. And what I'm talking about is fight choreography was done really, really well. And it wasn't overdone. It wasn't every scene there's violence. Every scene. But there was enough action, just insane blood all over the place that you were just like, dang, that was awesome. I lost one of my thoughts, but another thought came to my mind in the way they filmed Nicolas Cage. Looked like Bela Lugosi. It was so beautiful, especially at the beginning. They had these old school vintage black and white shots that they did on purpose, and it was Nicolas. I thought it was like, is that Bela Lugosi? No, it was Nicolas Cage. And that was just insanely well done. He looked incredible, and what's great about his performance is that he's not in every scene. So when he's there, you're just like, oh hell. Okay, in the story, you come to know the characters, the people that are at the codependent kind of 12-step program meetings that Renfield goes to, especially the counselor, leader of the pack. His name is Mark. Well, it's in the trailers, guys. Dracula shows up and he completely annihilates everyone. He just rips their limbs apart. He does it to spite Renfield, and man, that was character Mark, which I really liked. He dies a nasty death. Well, because Dracula's blood is healing blood, there's a great twist and payoff at the end with all those people from the meeting. Like I said at the beginning, it's just really entertaining. I was surprised. I had a really good time, and you couldn't ask for anything more from a film. Perfect balance. Okay, that's all the time I got right now. It's been a pleasure, and consider also donating to the channel, helping us out with a super chat, super thanks, or even a PayPal. Thumbs up on Renfield. You know what? One more thing. This is going to be a hit. This obviously is an R film. I think it's going to do very well with that audience that loves horror, comedy, that crossover genre. It's going to do really well. Obviously, it's not going to be like Scream or Super Mario Bros. Okay, take care, everybody. Peace out.